Hello and welcome back for our April HubSpot updates. I'm here today to tell you everything there is going on inside HubSpot, the changes you might see and go on, hang on, where did that go? What's going on? This is where we'll let you know about that sort of stuff. So before we get kicked off, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so that we get those updates to you on YouTube. Otherwise, if you want to get them straight to your inbox, head to www.nbh.co and sign up to our newsletter. We'll make sure we'll get those HubSpot updates. We've got really extensive HubSpot updates that go through HubSpot hacks, all of the updates, and a lot of good things that are changing within the portal and suggestions as well. So make sure you sign up to that one as well. As usual, I'm joined here with our community manager, Bree Ginman. Hello, Bree.
Hello.
How are you?
I was waving at the camera, not you.
That's
Sorry.
all right, thank you. So Bree's going to join me today to talk about some of these points, just to get a objective or subjective?
Subjective.
Yeah, subjective. So Bree's here to give us a subjective view. We sometimes clash in our opinions, but it's good to get a second opinion on how these updates are changing businesses and organizations across the globe. As always, these videos tend to blow out and be crazy long, and I get it, that's fine. So today we're going to cover 5, but we will, in the description below, also at the top here, give a link to download all of the updates that have come out last month, so you can chew through them. I'll start with the first one, which I think is really awesome, and it's probably a long time coming, is some love to the business units. Absolutely, I love the fact that something is happening with the business units. For so long, for so long, business units I felt like has been super neglected, and navigating through the whole myriad of changes and instances and brands. I think there's a client that we had that had up to 6 different brands in there. It can get messy, and I think the solution is sound, but navigating from a user experience is really confusing in some way, shape or form.
I actually couldn't tell you how to do it.
Yes.
Because I've never experienced it, because I don't think people use it because it was too complex and confusing.
That's right. And you kind of had to be sort of very knowledgeable about it.
Yep.
This changes today. This all changes today.
Yay.
Or not today. Well, it changes. I figured it out last week when it popped into the portal. You'll notice that when you scroll down, and we'll put a little video up on the screen at the moment, when you scroll down the right-hand side, you will see the ability to change the view for the business units. This is huge, like so good, because in so many instances and like so many times you've gone through and you can look at contacts or look at all contacts. You've always seen contacts and you can see deals and emails, but it's always been fragmented in understanding, like filtering out which ones belong to the business units. This changes with this update, which is the view. So then if you're in the view, you can now change to see all of the assets that pertain to the brand.
That's so good.
Yes, it is so good. I mean, it's
simple, but
I feel like it should have been done at the start, but hey, head of product of business units, congratulations on getting this one through.
Good job.
You still will have the ability, if you can see on the screen right now, you can still have the ability to click on view all business units, kind of like what you had last time, but now you can kind of segment that down, and I'm for it. I am so for it.
Awesome sauce.
There has been no real update about this. I couldn't really give you too many things about it, mainly because I've just viewed it in the portal and I haven't seen anything online about it. So here's an update you might not be hearing anywhere else, or might not from Carl Jepsen or anyone else like that. This update seems to be live within most portals. Just remember, you need Marketing Hub Enterprise with that business units add-on in order to see that. Those that got it, you got it. Those that don't have it, you probably don't need it.
If you don't know what it is, you probably don't need it.
That's right. So the next one, Bree, do you want to take us through on the external website pages for the campaigns tool?
I do. I really like this one because when before I was here working at Neighborhood, I would work with a lot of customers whose website was built outside of HubSpot. So they had a lot of external pages that weren't really coming. There was bits and bobs everywhere is basically what I'm saying. So now with external web pages, what you can do is add that link in and start tracking those things as well. Another good example is things like referral pages as well. So you can start tracking your leads and your costs from those external pages. So I think it's a really good addition to the campaigns tool, because it did get a bit of love recently and a bit of a redesign. So seems like they're trying to add some new features onto it and just make it more robust,
Yeah.
I guess. So that's for Marketing Hub Pro customers and above, or enterprise. I don't think you would really be using the campaigns tool if you didn't have the marketing professional tool
that's right.
anyway. But I do also think it's a very underutilized, I've said this before, an underutilized area of HubSpot. I've only just started really properly using it this year, I would say, and it just keeps everything together, and you can keep an eye on everything.
From a report, I think it ties the reporting in, so you don't have
really
to go
does.
ahead and like create new reports and sub-reports for everything, so it ties it all in and sees performance.
Yeah, and now we've got external web pages without campaigns.
If you're trying to drive like value or return on investment from internal stakeholders, I think it's a good tool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I will say to that as well, probably a part of the marketing. So the marketing calendar got updated, which is basically that's probably the oldest thing. No, the oldest thing would be the projects tool inside HubSpot, but the marketing calendar.
That's still there?
It's still there. You can find it in the drop down.
Okay.
For those old school HubSpot people, that project tool still is there with all of those templates. You can find it in the top, but the marketing calendar also got a bit of an update too.
Good for them.
Next one is a update to the marketing home. So if you go up to the marketing tab and go down, you'll notice that there's a new little tab called marketing.
I think it's just called marketing.
Called marketing. So the marketing home basically pulls all of the marketing activities into one dashboard, kind of like, I don't know, it seems that they're making dashboards for everything. So the Commerce Hub has one, now the marketing one has one. I'm sure sales will get one down the line.
Yeah.
This one here will basically go through and give you a high level idea of your own instance, tasks, calendars, your activity feed, form submissions, emails sent, website visits, and a bunch of other different tools, which you can probably see on the screen right now as we're sort of going through. Now, I will tell you right now, which I was very surprised about, you can't edit any of these modules. Yes.
Can't add anything.
No, you can't, but you probably will be able to do so and be able to sort of bring that stuff in. I assume maybe embed features might be able to come in as well, but essentially a summary of how the marketing is going as well. So this is just newly done. It's available to
any Marketing Hub subscription.
So if you've got Marketing Hub in any way, shape or form, it should pop up. So new navigation, if you've got the new navigation, it's on the marketing, and then at the very top, you'll see new.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's very funky. I do like that it has all the activity, so I can kind of see any scheduled posts or emails coming up and just remind myself if I need to check anything. So I do like that.
Nice. When was the last time you used the word funky, other than today?
I use the word funky all the time. I love the word funky.
Have you got cool mum jeans? So the next one, Bree, I'll get you to take this one away with deleting form submissions.
Yeah, this is a really interesting addition because I had always assumed you couldn't delete form submissions because you just wanted to make sure you weren't deleting any data and stuff like that. Basically what you can do now is go in the classic multi-select and delete that data away from it. This is particularly good for things like test submissions, I guess, and stuff like that. And it no longer jumps into that data and ruins your reporting if you're testing a form or playing with a form, something like that.
Do you know how many times you'll start like a paid campaign or like any sort of process, and the first 12 submissions are us.
Test neighborhood, test trap, test
TW plus
test
1,
Brie.
TW plus 2, TW plus 3.
Exactly. So it's a pretty normal thing for marketers to go in, check their form submissions before they send anything live. So this is only for super admins, by the way, as well. So if you're not a super admin, you won't be able to delete form submissions, which I think is a smart choice. Especially because you don't want a sneaky marketing.
You don't want termites in the system.
No, that's a good way to put it. So that's for all hubs and tiers. This is just an overall, you can do this now kind of update. So I think it's really helpful for those marketers out there who submit 15,000 test submissions
100%.
to their forms.
Next one, setting a workflow to automatically turn off. I was very worried that it was going to be under Operations Hub Pro and above, but it's not, which is good. Great for events, time-based, anything time-based that needs to sort of not happen after a certain period of time. This is all in public beta at the moment, so you'll be able to find it in your portal. Jump in, turn it on.
I think a really cool use case for this, and one that comes to mind, is that sometimes things don't do what they're supposed to and things screw up a little bit, and sometimes you just need that interim workflow to work for just a little bit, and you think about it and then you go away and then you never turn it off, this can be like, I've gone from start to finish, I've completed the issue. It's peace of mind as well. Just makes sense. There's so many.
I feel like they should reword it to like expire, like
ooh, I like that.
Expiry or something like that. Just makes a bit more sense.
Expiry date.
And the next one, this is the last update that we've got here as well. But just remember, we've got all of the updates for the month underneath in the description below. You can click on it, download it, share it with your friends, talk about it on the weekends. Who knows?
Share it with you.
And then the read-only public API for Commerce Hub invoices, subscriptions, and payments. This new read-only public API is available for core HubSpot Commerce Hub objects, invoices, subscriptions, and payments. And you can utilize the API to build custom apps, integrations, and leverage the data inside Commerce Hub as well. So this is something new. I think it came out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It is April the 11th, we're shooting this right now. So it only came out about 2 weeks ago. So now you're able to utilize these. Well, app developers are now able to bring that into as well. But at the same time, we can also, if you've got a SaaS platform as well or anything like that that you're using in-house for an operations, you can bring that data in as well. So maybe you might not have people within HubSpot using it from an ops perspective. You can then have read-only data that would go through on that as well. So that is available for all Starter Plus customers across all of the hubs as well.
Yeah, that's good. And that's going to keep growing, that API. I reckon when you see us next month, we're going to have a total of 6 Commerce Hub updates.
I really hope the one thing that I will say and flag, if you're Commerce Hub and you're starting to use it as well, one thing, and we said it in our HubSpot user group as well, which is available.
No, not yet. It's in 2 days' time.
It's in 2 days' time.
It's in 2 days' time.
Sign up to it.
Go get a ticket.
I'm living in the future here. If you go up at the very top, we've got a link to the HubSpot user group for the Commerce Hub. We step through all of the features that you can use, so make sure you sign up to that. Doing plugs left, right, and center here.
Let's go.
But the only thing that it doesn't do at the moment from an invoice standpoint is it won't sync with your third-party platform like Xero, MYOB, or QuickBooks.
Yeah.
I do believe there's no integration at the moment. They're asking you to pull and export out the invoice data and import it into that accounting software. Not possible at the moment through an integration. It's only going to be a matter of time until they do that. So when an invoice is generated inside HubSpot, it should just draft it over into that third-party platform, eliminating the need for bookkeepers and people to jump into those accounting systems and actually go through and play with it so they can go ahead and get some sort of payment and get that frictionless sales engine working a whole lot better.
That'll be a good day when that happens.
All right, that wraps up a very, very quick, it's probably our quickest ever HubSpot. We're trying to get them shorter.
So well.
We're trying to make them as short as we can to make sure that we don't waffle on. We probably have waffled a bit here. So make sure, like I said at the start, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell and like the video and leave a comment. Just let us know where you're watching from. It's probably good to know where you are in the world. We shoot these every single month as well, so sign up to our newsletter at www.mbh.co. And thanks for having us. Thanks for having us, Bree.
Thanks for having us, Trav.
Thanks for coming, Bree. And we will see you guys next month with a very, very, very special surprise, which is an update to a hub that I cannot talk about. I can talk about it when we speak about it next month, but there are some changes coming to a hub that I think are going to be very, very, very good and very long overdue.
Yes.
Awesome.
Can't wait.
Happy HubSpotting, guys.
Bye, guys.